Ahead of Obamacare, we all remember this.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it away from the fog of the controversy.
To now passing the buck.
We are going to set up a healthcare website that is an exchange. People are going to come to it.
Right.
Why is it so hard to get a company to execute that competently?
I don't know. And as one who works very hard. No, and that's my question.
Well, let me get the House Minority Leader here. I can ask her. Hold on.
No.
Wait, what do you mean you don't know? How do you not know?
It's not my responsibility.
The Obamacare nightmare not going away. Not surprising, some Democrats now seem to be running away from it. And from the president? Welcome, everyone. I'm Stuart Varney in for Neil Cavuto. This is Your World. With the president's approval rating sliding, Democrats facing tough elections appear to be distancing themselves from the president. Louisiana Senator Mary Landrieu, Arkansas Senator Mark Pryor, and Senator Mark Begich of Alaska, all of them either criticizing the president or trying to avoid him outright. Democrat Senator Kay Hagan was recently a no-show at an event attended by the president in her home state of North Carolina. Just yesterday, Democrat Mary Burke, who's running for governor in Wisconsin, blaming a full schedule for not appearing with the president, even though Wisconsin's Republican Governor Scott Walker did make time to meet with Mr. Obama. We're going to talk to the governor in just a moment. But first, to Pat Goodell, who says Democrats have good reason to be nervous. Welcome, Pat. Good to see you.
Good to be with you, Stuart.
Fast question. If the election were held today, would the Democrats lose the Senate?
Yeah, I think at least the 5 senators you mentioned, all within the last 10 days, have been running behind for the first time against potential opponents in a general election.
Now, here's what they are trying to run away from. I'm just going to run some of their past statements on Obamacare. Go.
You get to keep the doctor and your current insurance plan if you like it. You keep them.
And ensures that if you like your insurance and your doctors, you keep them.
We're going to be able to stick with our plan. The answer is yes.
Those individuals who like the coverage they already have will be able to keep their current plan. This is a very accurate description of this bill.
So there you have it. Is it Obamacare, Pat, which is upsetting the Democrats in the Senate? That's the issue.
Right now it is. It is costing all of them, and they're all scoring, Stuart, in the low 40s, percentage-wise. They're not anywhere near 50. And I'll tell you, they all have to live with having voted for it and having been part of, whether they meant to or not, being part of the lie. You can keep your health insurance.
I want to go through the races one at a time. I'm going to start with Louisiana, Mary Landrieu. I've got a poll which shows her 4 points behind her Republican challenger. That's a big gap at this stage of the game, Pat.
Yes, because she's well known and her challenger is not. More importantly, she's in the mid-40s or low 40s there, and which means there are a lot more undecided. She has never won by more than 53%. She is in deep trouble.
Mark Begich in Alaska. I'm going to show you some video of him. There you can see him. He says, I don't need him, the president, campaigning for me. In fact, what he wants is for the president to change his policies. Begich is just flat out running away from the president here.
But the problem is he can't run from his own record. He has been a constant vote for Obama on Obamacare and everything else Harry Reid has told him to be. And if the Republicans are smart, they're going to nail him on the fact that he puts the president and Harry Reid before them, and Obamacare is it, and it's really hated in the last.
Now, it's a little closer in Arkansas. Democrat Mark Pryor running neck and neck with Republican Tom Cotton. That's not a clear-cut victory for the Republican there, is it?
No, but they're in the 40s, and again, Cotton is just a congressman, only represents one district. Pryor is well-known and personally well-liked. But that race, with that close at this point, if it were held today, those undecideds would be going against the incumbent.
Now, tell me about this race in Wisconsin for the governorship there. The Democrat trailing Scott Walker by 6 full points. Is that anything to do with Obamacare, or is that just that Scott Walker's record?
Well, I think that's the state records, and, you know, Walker's been very controversial. But the fact that in Wisconsin, a state Obama's carried handily twice, that the Democratic gubernatorial candidate wants nothing to do with Obama and is running from Obama tells you it ain't such a good thing there either.
All right, Pat, thank you very much indeed for joining us. By the way, everyone, we will be speaking with Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin shortly on this program today.